remember when rock was young. Me and Susie had so much fun.
Hello everybody, my name is Ethan and welcome back to Not So Newsly News segment, but it's not going to be Not So Newsly News, and it is not the NSN Challenge. Today we're just going to talk about what? Who knows? Actually, I know. After all, I am the YouTuber that does this. YouTuber? YouTubey. To be honest, I don't really know how to pronounce things right now. But honestly, it has been a while since I have done a YouTube video that's actually me. For a while I've done some memes and stuff, a random thing. Well, not really random. But everything that's been on this past week is pretty good. I mean, I've been starting wondering what really makes a sport a sport. Well, if you think about it, all a sport is something competitive that involves movement and strategy. You take that out, getting girls can be a sport. It really can be. Think about it. You and your friends are at the mall, right? You see a hot chick. Your first instinct is, I want that. Okay? That's going to be your first instinct for almost any people really see with your friend. I want that. And of course, the same thing's going through your friend's head if he's single too. I want that. So you both immediately think, I want to get her before he gets her. So it turns into kind of a competition, a secret competition that really both of you have. You just don't know that your friend or buddy or whoever is planning the same thing. So immediately what starts going through your head is a strategy, how you're going to do it, And of course, how you're going to do it, the whole physical part of it, how you're going to impress her. I mean, yeah, you could pull out a wallet, that'll impress almost any girl. Really, that's so I'm not going to go far down that road. But really, think of it, just line it up here. You want to line it up here, it really can be considered a sport. Of course, not televised. You can't go pro with it. I mean, honestly, you got players out there. Yeah, you got players out there almost anywhere. So if you think about it, it's still a sport. I mean, softball, sport. Baseball, sport. Bowling, some people don't think so, but it is a sport. Golf, I don't consider golf a sport, but it is a sport. By logic, it is a sport. Now, also, another thing, I got distracted. This is not my desk. It still has some stuff on it from the former desk owners. From the former owner's stuff on it, But, really, anything can be a sport as long as there's some sort of physical strategy, and as long as it's competitive. You could, video games, okay, Connect coming out, that just made it a sport. You got people sitting there talking about, oh well, playing with a controller is a sport. There's no physical movement there whatsoever, except for moving your thumbs. Hold on, hold on. Peoples, this isn't a sport. This is just wasting time. Yes, I play video games, but I don't play it as much as I used to. This right there isn't no physical movement. You don't get thumb muscles just from doing that. Playing the Kinect or something, or the Wii, even. I'm not much of a Wii player, but it helps. Like, it can be a sport. Kinect can be a sport. Yeah, you got Madden and 2K15 and stuff like that. But just because you're playing a sport on a game using one of these doesn't make it a sport. Got it? On to the next subject. School. Really, it's overrated. Think about it. You shouldn't have to go to school for anything if you think about it. I mean, the freedom to do what you want should run throughout everything. Got it? I mean, think about it. You go to school, all you're doing is wasting your time, spending your time. What do you get out of it? Education. Really, what are you going to do with that education? Half the things you aren't even going to use. Look at it. Algebra. You're not going to need to solve for any variable. I mean, the only thing you need to solve for is the end of the equation. 5 times 5 equals 25. 3 times 2 equals 6. 3 plus 6 equals 9. I mean, all that kind of stuff is what you're going to do. I mean, yeah, if you become an accountant or something like that, you're going to use it. But if you're going to just start... But most people don't become anything big like that. Most people work at smaller businesses. Over half the percentages of your friends at school, believe it or not, will actually stay at school. Really? They might go to college, they might become a teacher, but only if you become a math teacher. Then again, a lot of students are going to go to school to become some sort of ELA, writing, science teacher. You're not going to have any big accountant or secretary, or like secretaries for school. Yeah, that's something different. Okay, but really, school isn't that important as you think. Yeah, you got your electives, art. Let's see, what is art, PLTW, a lot of that other stuff out there. Really, you're not going to need gym, reading, writing. I want to say social studies, but really, social studies isn't that big of a thing. So, I mean, what's the point of learning something back then whenever we can learn the exact same thing right now? Because think about it, time repeats itself over and over again. Nothing is needed to be repeated here. So really, everything going on in school right now really isn't that much help. ELA, reading and writing, okay, yeah, that's going to help a lot. Gym, that's going to help a lot. Health, that's going to help a lot. But other than that, those are not the things you need. Really, what you need to do is learn actual life skills. How to talk with people, how to interact with people in different ways. Because I guarantee you, over half your friends really don't even know how to talk to girls. Or half the friends you have that are girls don't even know how to talk to guys. So really, school isn't teaching you nothing. Yeah, they teach you how to talk to them, but they don't teach you how to interact with them, actually have manners around them. So if you think about it, there really isn't anything you could do about it. I mean, school should be optional. Because really, you're notebooks, stuff like this, you're wasting paper on stuff you'll never use. Honestly, you're wasting things that you could use in the future on things you have right now. Your parents are wasting valuable money for things you have right now or things you could use in the future. Honestly, look, books behind me. Those aren't my books. I don't have any intention on reading them. I don't like reading. You should be able to go to school. If you're going to go to school, if you have to, you should be able to go to school for your interests. Really, all I'd be into is the sports. I'm a sports type person. Honestly, I could care less about reading, writing, and math. I used to love math, and then the more ridiculous it got, the less I liked it. Now I work out more. Barely play video games. I'm more on YouTube than anything else now. I'm actually healthier than I was before I was just focused more on school. I was. Now, think about it. If I can do that, everybody else should be able to do that. Right? Exactly. See, the other issue with life right now is the fact that you can't go work at a simple gas station because you're not 18. And that's because of the handling of liquor and tobacco. I think you should be able to sell it because you're not using it. You have no intention of using it. I mean, you might have an intention of using it, but are you? No, they've got cameras, that are going to work. People say it's too dangerous at night. Don't work at night. They should be able to provide weekends, week mornings, job, not full-time job, part-time jobs, just to be able for the younger age to work. Because there's not very many places you could work at 16. There really isn't. So if you really want to get serious about something, you want to get more jobs back like Trump does. Lower the age limit down to 16, heck 17 if you need, if anything, so people could start working at gas stations. Because honestly, the higher the age limit is on stupid shit like that, the more it's gonna cost you in the long run. Really, it will. Also, the next thing we need to talk about, really, bullying. Yeah, bullying is illegal. I do agree bullying should be illegal. Honestly, I never realized it until actually a couple weeks ago. Okay? I'm the guy, I will walk away from something if needed to. Someone wants to get an attitude with me or start talking crap, tell me to square up. The first thing I'll do, get ready to. Next thing I'll do, calm down, and I will actually go up to a teacher and tell him I'm about to knock his ass on the ground if he doesn't leave me alone. And the teacher will take care of that. Really, I think that right then and there, if it's to that point to a student or kid or anybody like that, is to get to that point, I think that the kid doing that should be, right now all it is a little slap on the wrist. Say don't do that again, or else you get attention. I think right then it should be a suspension. I really do. Really, the schools nowadays have nothing. I mean, the security at schools suck. At middle schools where I live, they've only got one hall monitor, and he doesn't even roam the halls. He sits either in the juvenile office, and I'm pretty sure he also goes to elementary schools where I live, other middle schools where I live, instead of actually roaming halls. I mean, people in the morning could walk through the side door where we enter, right, and start shooting up the place. Honestly, I'm against it. There's no reason for it to happen like this. Actually, it really isn't at all. Like, if schools are so poorly where they couldn't even afford to get better security, then there shouldn't be a school like that. Honestly, yeah, if teachers were to stand out in the hallways more often what to do, it'd be better. But still, this goes all the way back to should you have to go to school. Because really, if you don't go to school one day and the school gets shot up, you're safe, right? You did two things smart. You realized that there shouldn't be a reason to go to school, and you also realized how much more dangerous it is at school than it is at your own backyard. Because if you think about it, nothing's really going to happen in your own backyard without you being able to get inside. Because if you're in your backyard and you're locked out, your parents have some trust issues, bro. But really, other than that, there is really nothing that you could do. Honestly, life nowadays has gone so far deep in hell. Really, what's the point in it anymore? Because really, I don't think there should be... I really think that school should be optional. Okay? I think if you go to school, they should have better security. Really, I think everything in life right now should be rearranged better. Everything can be done better. Everything can be done more fairly. Okay? I mean, nothing happens anymore. With sports, schools, everything. Nothing is fair anymore. I really would like to know your opinion on this. So down below, I'd like you to hit like on the video, please. And also, do me a favor, leave a comment on what you think the next topic I should talk about is. The next 3 or 4 topics. I'll try to do 2 at the most, maybe 3 for each video. Thank you, and goodbye.